What is empowerment? Empowerment is a very specific way of thinking in terms of working with clients. The major part of empowerment has a great deal to do with respect and dialogue and communication. The social worker works as a facilitator in this process. It's not a way that a social worker tells the client what to do or solves the client's problems, but it's a process of a dialogue whereby the client gradually is able to understand the problems he has, why he has these problems, but also that he has resources to be able to solve these problems that he has. One of the problems often is that the client doesn't really know that he has the resources. He's been repressed in these resources, and many times the social worker learns how to solve the problem for the client himself, putting him in a situation whereby he doesn't really know how to solve his own problems. Empowerment is a relatively slow process because it has to be done in terms of the client's own understanding of his situation. It's very necessary that the social worker also learns the empowerment process herself, whereby she becomes self-empowered. Self-empowered means that the social worker has to be better to communicate with clients and also to understand the client's situation that he's in, the powerlessness that he's in, or the kinds of situation that he becomes marginalized or has social problems. And it's very important that the social worker has this deep understanding of the client's situation. Empowerment is not really an easy thing because many social workers are trained to work in a kind of a power relationship where they have their training and their knowledge and their understanding based on their education. The client has to be able to learn how to use the social worker's education and knowledge. And the social worker has to learn how to give this knowledge to the client, whereby the client gradually can use the social worker's knowledge to be able to go through changes. So it's a process which is a very important process of communication, it's a dialogue, it's a relationship, it's not a method. It's kind of a way of understanding, a way of looking at the situation. And it's a very, very important part of it that there is a respect and a dialogue and a communication in this process. And out of the process comes a complete kind of change, but it's a relatively slow kind of change because it has to be done in the client's own pace, the own tempo that the client has. But it comes out that the client ends up having really the understanding that there are resources that he has and he can go become an agent of change.